Insert Hockenheim pun here. All right, Hockenheim. We did a 150-038 Grand Prix layout. Touring cars are going in there this week, and if you're watching this in the future, they're probably also there this week. I do have for the Michelin Pilot Challenge is this week. As I'm posting the video, going to be at Summit Point. I've got one track guide. I'll have a link here if you're looking for that one at Summit Point. It's for the touring car challenge, so it's with that setup and a little less fuel, but most everything should transfer over. Pretty proud of this one. The 150-038 that we did, it took about 2.5 seconds off my previous best time. So yeah, pretty happy with that one. I think this will be a good combination. It's gonna be a tough track to pass at. Touring cars always seem that way to me, but yeah, we'll show you the lap and then we'll explain how we did it. So here we go. That's a good one. This feels alright. Could have gone better.
Sector 2 time is good.
Go. Come on. Hey.
Our lap time was 150.04. Sector 3 time's okay.
Okay, all right, Hockenheim. I'm not going to try and say the rest of it because I'll goof it up. Grand Prix layout 150-038. How did we do it? I really wanted to get a 149, but as you can see, I just kind of started falling off. We're in 58% brake bias. The other video, somebody didn't like that they couldn't see the gear indicator, so I kind of tweaked the camera settings so you can see that here. They're like under my face here on the left-hand side of the thing. There's no gear indicator on the UI for the replay, so we got to go off the dash here. But anyway, let's get going here. Just coming out of the last corner before the start finish straight. Getting a good run. I think I've got a decent hang of this track. So this first corner here is pretty critical in order to get a good run on this track here, and you just kind of want to tap the brakes a little bit. I was early on staying in fourth or dropping down to fourth to come out of this, but I found, I think staying in fifth is the way to go. So yeah, coming up here, we're just gonna, like I said, just kind of get on the brakes a little bit. About the 100 mark, just drop it off, and then we're gonna cut a little bit over this curb here. It's really easy to get an off track here. Like, I don't know how many laps. I'm right at the beginning, gotta go over again. But yeah, so we're just, before we even hit it, and this is kind of tipping the car back so you can take that curb a little easier. But yeah, full out, and you can use quite a bit of that runoff there. I'm not sure exactly where the cutoff for where it considers a off track to be, but we're, I think, pretty close to the edge of it here. Because this was not an off track, but it was, I took very similar lines other times and got off tracks. But yeah, you can use quite a bit of that there. So yeah, let's get back in here. Yeah, you just go on through, take that pretty quick, and then just full throttle through here. Our next braking point's a little past the one, it's between the 150 and the 100. I'm thinking kind of we're gonna hit peak braking near this access road. Yeah, a little bit before it. Yeah, a little after the 150 is kind of what you want to aim for. Just kind of trailing down. We're gonna get down to third here. Now, I got most of my turn-in done here, and I think, yeah, kind of get off of it, and we're gonna kind of come out around here, and that'll get us going the right direction. And you're just full throttle. It's kind of an ease. You're gonna have to use this steering wheel as far as the steering wheel on this goes, but we're gonna ease the steering out, and then we're just gonna get going. And then here we just wait for a while until we get to the next braking point. I kind of use this green patch, again, another little access road, as kind of my braking point for this section. This hairpin is the like one of the hardest parts on this track, or if not the hardest part, I think. So yeah, I had a good time on this one, but it's I think I'm still struggling with it. I hit 100% using the ABS. You gotta slow down quite a bit. We're gonna drop all the way down to second in this corner, start to turn in a little bit, and just kind of ease out. We want to get on the throttle as soon as we can, and that's kind of been my way to try and get this corner well. But like you see, we're not doing full throttle until we get the car straightened out. We're using a lot of wheel here, and then as we start to straighten the wheel out, we're feeding the throttle in. I could have probably done that better. I know I probably could have done that better, straightened the wheel out sooner. But we did all right. And just flat out through here, just kind of ease the wheel in for this corner here. And then I kind of like to brake on this diagonal. You could get your car all the way over here, but I think it's more efficient to do it this way, where we're coming up and going over here to do our braking. The point I use for my braking, kind of the blue line, I think there, or where this curb starts. Kind of do it more off feel than anything. A lot of this track for me is feel at this point, especially that first corner. You just have to practice it a ton. But yeah, we're just gonna trail brake our way through this corner here, and as soon as we hit our apex, we're back on the throttle. Coming back out, we're gonna come all the way over onto this side, and then we're gonna come over here, and we're gonna have to lift a little bit on this corner so that we don't get an off track on the following one. We just lift a little bit, and then back on the throttle. I tried taking that flat, but I would always end up overshooting and out here. Chain green. And yeah, just here, full throttle. We're gonna, a little bit after this access road, we're gonna give a little bit of brake, and drop down to fourth to get this next corner coming up here. Just a little bit, and then on the throttle. You can come over onto this quite a ways. It's pretty generous with the off track here. You don't get an off track until, like, you can even go out to where your wheels are in the gravel a little bit here, and still, like, with your inside wheels, I think on this green portion, I wouldn't do it. I don't think there's any advantage to it, but just know that that's, you know, if you're going too wide or some, not too wide, but TOO wide. Anyway, so yeah, next braking point is going to be kind of where the color shifts on the pavement here, and we're going to slow down and hit the brakes. We're going to drop down into third, coming through this corner here, and this section is really fun for me. I'm going to accelerate out, and then kind of we're going to let the car kind of come up over here onto this green portion, and then you're just flat out through the whole thing. This one I come over, and I don't know if this is better or worse than the other one, or just two of the same, but I come over onto this green patch here. Other laps I tried to keep the car off of it just because of the bumpiness. I don't know that I noticed too much of a difference, but yeah, we're just full throttle through this section here, up until we're gonna get on the brakes kind of down in here where we hit the outermost part of it, and we're gonna trail brake through, downshift it a little bit there. Sometimes it kind of depends on your speed. Sometimes I will, sometimes I won't. Just kind of depending on how you're going through that corner. We are gonna need I found that, like, just a little bit of brakes just to get the car turned in a little bit more really helped on this last corner here. And we're just trying to feed in the throttle as much as we can so that we don't end up flying off the track over here. And that's just, it's a feel thing. You just have to do it a lot to kind of get a feel for it. And then yeah, just full throttle the rest of the way. So yeah, just I've got a couple other tidbits, words of warning on this track here. So give me just a moment, and we're gonna kind of talk about those. But yeah, just to start with, this corner here, you're just gonna have to practice it a lot. Especially, and let's try and figure out how to get through there when you've got somebody slower in front of you is something I need to work on, and I'm guessing a lot of folks will too. The other thing with the hairpin, you're going to want to practice alternate lines through here. I don't have one that I did on the replay at the moment, but you're going to want to know how to take this when you're too wide. Oops. So you're gonna want to, like, practice either with somebody or pretend that there's a car inside here, because that's one of the places people are gonna try and pass you is through here. And you're gonna save yourself some headaches by being ready for that. Also, this is the place where you might want to try and pass somebody. So practicing that inner line is gonna do you some good. So, like, we could, like, if there was a car on the inside there, we wouldn't be able to take that. If there's a car right here, we wouldn't be able to take that corner the same way we did here. We'd have to go a little wider through this corner, and you know, take it differently. Right now, my plan, like in that kind of situation, would be to just, if they're far enough up the inside, you just come in behind them and draft them and try and get them on the next lap. The same way with if you're drafting somebody good here, you're gonna have to come out here before the braking and send it on the inside. Also, I don't think anybody watching this has to worry about that, but when you're on this straight and you see somebody come over here, you're not allowed to go over there because you saw them go over there. And then if they come back, you can't come back. That's called blocking. Don't do that. Anyway, that was 150.038 at Hockenheim. I'm pretty happy with that time. Again, would have loved to be in the 149s, but there you go. All right, so there you have it. 150.038 and a couple other little thoughts on things about this track. Super happy. The hairpin and the first corner are kind of, I think, the keys to getting it down well. At least for me, that's where I struggle with optimizing things. Anyhow, if you're liking the track guides I do and other stuff, hit the subscribe button. It helps out a ton. Thumbs up again if you like the video, thumbs down if you didn't, and head on over to twitch.tv/thepiltdownman if you want to watch along live. We are doing the Nürburgring 24-hour this weekend. That's going to start Friday night for me, Central Time Zone in the US. So if you're interested, we'll be broadcasting that over on the Twitch. And until next time, bye.